There are multiple reports of Trump supporters being detained by ICE. I know what some of you are thinking. Told you so. There you go. Oh, well. I want my vote back, says one Trump voting family after their Canadian mother was detained by ICE. This following the reports of various Trump supporters now being detained. So there you have it. Canadian wife of a MAGA voter, mother of 3 U.S. children, detained by federal authorities during her green card interview. Cynthia Olivera, age 45, detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement in Chatsworth, California. That was on June 13th, according to a post on change.org. Newsweek filling in the details here. The U.S. is my country. That's where I met my husband. That's where I went to high school, junior high, elementary. That's where I had my kids. Olivera told ABC 10 News, San Diego, from a detention center in El Paso, Texas. There, see, happy couple in those times. She and her husband both supported President Donald Trump's plans to conduct mass deportations. Gotta clean it up. DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin told Newsweek in part on June 13, 2025, ICE arrested Cynthia Ivana Olivera, an illegal alien from Canada who was previously deported and chose to ignore our law and again illegally enter the country. The judge issued her a final order of removal in 1999, and she was deported to Canada. Same year, she re-entered the country illegally again. Re-entering the country after being deported is a felony. She will remain in ICE custody pending removal to Canada. So one husband refuses to take Trump flags down after wife detained by ICE. I don't want to be married to you. That's my position, but let's see. Supporter of President Donald Trump has refused to take down MAGA flags outside his home even after federal agents arrested his Iranian wife. Arpina Masahi was detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE agents in Diamond Bar, California. That was last week, according to Fox 11 Los Angeles. However, her husband, Arthu Saihakian, telling the outlet, I'm still supporting Trump, even though my friends say take the flag down. You're going through a lot. I'm like, no, flag stands. Footage obtained by Fox 11 Los Angeles. Sai is seen going into her home to say goodbye to the couple's 4 children as federal agents wait outside. On Thursday, the Department of Homeland Security announced it had detained Chavez Jr. due to suspected ties to the Sinaloa cartel. Chavez Jr. is the son of boxing legend Julio Cesar Chavez and fought influencer turned fighter Jake Paul in California just days earlier. She came and kissed the kids, and that was it. Sakahayan told the outlet. That was the last time we saw her. Take the flags down, man. Why are the flags still up? Mexican boxer who was arrested for alleged cartel ties follows the entire Trump family on social media. Mexican boxer Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. appears to be a supporter of the administration that recently arrested him and does plan to deport him. Now, in footage obtained by Fox 11 Los Angeles, Masahi is seen going into her home to say goodbye to the couple's 4 children as federal agents wait outside. Thursday, Department of Homeland Security announced it had detained Chavez Jr. due to suspected ties to the Sinaloa cartel. Chavez Jr., of course, as we said, is the son of the boxing legend. According to the ICE statement on him, ICE informed the previous administration that Chavez Jr. was an egregious public safety threat, citing his marriage to a woman who was connected to the Sinaloa cartel through a prior relationship with the now deceased son of the infamous cartel leader, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. When news of his arrest went on Twitter, one user went to his Chavez Jr. Instagram page and noticed he followed multiple accounts that are associated with the Trump administration and family. And so that's really the dilemma, you know. Generally, when I support someone politically, there's no way you can agree with every single thing they do, right? I mean, You just, in my view, I want to accept them wholesale. I want to know that they're got the kind of integrity I'm looking for, right? But I don't have to agree with everything. I don't know what to make of these people, though, Ben, because they didn't just support the Trump administration and Trump's candidacy. They said they were supporting it because of this. So, what do we do with that?
Oh, we rejoice this one. We celebrate this one. There's no doubt that Trump's ICE is out of control and is being hugely incendiary and insulting to human beings who should be treated with respect and dignity in this nation and in this world. But the only exception I make is for people who are here illegally that support Trump and voted for Trump based on his immigration policies. Bye now. Bye, Felicia. Great to have you in America. Don't let the door hit you in the butt on the way out, because this is a bit of poetic justice like I have never seen. Still keeping the flags up after your wife gets taken away. Either that marriage was super on the rocks and he's hoping those flags flap in the wind with a little bit of extra pride on that day, or they just see party over country, over marriage, over love, over personal relationships. You gotta love it. I've never enjoyed my cup of coffee more. That is a fresh brewed cup of patriotism. I've never felt so alive. And the only thing I will say is, following people you disagree with doesn't mean you agree with them. I slow down for train wrecks on the freeway. It doesn't mean I'm pro train wreck or car wreck, or you understand the phrase. I'm giddy with excitement and don't know my words anymore. Yes.
Well, you got a caffeine high. And as you sip it, I just want to look, I'm in sync. I see you, okay? But I perhaps use this too much, this example, but I can recall recently on with Cenk and making similar points about, hey, get what you deserve. And he said something that did resonate with me, that, Sharon, these people were misinformed. Some are good people who just, they're watching their source of information. They certainly didn't vote for this. They thought you were taking away the worst. You remember? He came down the escalator. He said, the violent criminals are out of here, day one. And they thought that's what was going on here. And I thought, I don't want to agree with Cenk, but maybe he has a point here.
I agree with a good Cenk moral logic oftentimes, but on this one, my point is, nobody disagrees. We have to fix our broken borders. We do need borders. We do need to deport some number of people who are here illegally, and all administrations of all parties do it. You know, Obama famously deported many more than Trump's first term did. And so if we're deporting people, this is the group that gets deported first. They voted for it. They voted for a harsh, regardless of whether they knew he was going to focus on criminals or not. They knew that they were supporting a man who was talking about detention camps, was talking about the most aggressive removal of people who are here undocumented in American history. We knew that he ran his first campaign by calling people from Mexico murderers. If you're okay with a broad brush being painted over delicate, subtle things, you can't be upset when you get a little paint on yourself.
So you're okay with this, and perhaps I am too. Even if some of those people were getting their information from a news outlet that settled for $787 million for telling lies.
Yeah, because they're aware of the reputation of Fox News and of Newsmax and of OAN and all these Mike Lindell Pillow Network. If you're getting your news from a Pillow Network, if you're getting your news from angry, obviously partisan people who are sitting there as an outrage machine to try to sell you defibrillators and medicine for your heart problems, because clearly you can tell the audience of certain networks by the commercials that they run. If you're not discerning enough, look, this world is not easy, and things befall all of us. You're going to support the guy that was running on the thing you have to then support the thing on the way out. I hope they still support his aggressive deportation tactics. Stand by your man. Be the Tammy
does.
Wynette of immigration deportees.
That last word on that. I mean, the husband is. Husband's doing just that. The wife is kissing her children goodbye. I suspect we'll have more of those stories.